Dale's got to bring back a lot of memories coming back to Tennessee. You got your degree here. You played 4 great years of basketball. Lots of memories, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
What are the things that stand out as you come back and you finally get back on campus and you look around? You've been back a lot, though, recently, but now this is a special day. So what are the things that are going through your mind right now?
I was thinking earlier today about my last game when you run through that tee and how emotional that was. I'm just so excited that my teammates, quite a few of my teammates, will be here to celebrate this occasion with me. We had some great teams. We had a chance to do some beautiful things. We got matched up with a couple of teams, Ralph Sampson a couple of times, which was not a lot of fun to advance in the tournament, but we were there every single year.
How did you learn about Tennessee? You grew up in Georgia. Of course, I guess you'd heard something about Bernard King, Ernie Grenfell, some of those Tennessee teams, but what attracted you to Tennessee?
I received my first letter from the University of Tennessee, first college letter. And Ray Mears was actually the coach at that time. Don DeVoe came in and followed up, and they were most consistent with coming down to visit me and watch me play basketball more than any other school. I was offered an education. That's what Don promised me. I was the first in my family to receive a college degree, which tells me I can do anything I set my mind to, because it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, because all I cared about was playing basketball. But I got an education from Tennessee, and I love Knoxville. I consider Knoxville a home away from home for me.
You came and you played for Don DeVoe. He was a tough guy to play for. I mean, he wanted you to play defense and old school type basketball. How did that help you?
It prepared me for the next level, you know, how to come with it every single day. It doesn't matter what you scored last night, it's what you have for me today. That was his deal. And you're going to have to play both ends of the floor. So you're going to be professional on and off the court. Well, it's with basketball or with school, on both ends. So it prepared me for that next level.
How did you fit in DeVoe's style of play? I mean, because he was a guy that he wanted to pound it inside, and did that fit your game at that time?
Right, it did. We had guys like Tyrone Beeman that could push the ball down the floor. All you had to do is get out in front of those guys. What I tried to do was something, catch and do something, a quick move to the basket, instead of just sitting there posting up and trying to beat down big guys that are bigger than myself. So, yeah, the style of play was suitable to my game.
Your quickness was one of the big things, too. I mean, you could really score around the basket. They were hard to guard.
Right, yeah. Well, when you're playing with guys that are 6'9", 6'10", 7-footers, you need to do something real fast with that ball.
You split with Kentucky. You beat them here, you lost up there, but you had great success against Vanderbilt. You had great success against other teams. You won an SEC championship. So the team was really geared for the rugged style of the SEC, wasn't it?
Yes, and SEC was coming into its own at that time, too. You had LSU, Kentucky, Alabama. There some great players come out of SEC. And we were right in the thick of things. You know, it was fun. Every game was competitive. Every possession of the ball was a big possession. So we had to value each possession and make sure we got good shots on one end and play good D on the other end.
You made it to the NCAA tournament 4 years in a row. You got a chance to win an SEC championship. You were all SEC 3 times. I mean, a lot of things that you accomplished here at Tennessee. What do you think was the main reason for your success here?
Having a coach with the confidence to turn me loose and get the ball to me. You know, I was the first option down the floor each time, I believe. So, and having teammates that were unselfish and willing to sacrifice their games to a certain degree to get me involved.
Coach DeVoe brags on you that you were one of the hardest working, maybe the hardest working player he ever had. I mean, you constantly worked on your game. Was that inside you, or was that what DeVoe got out of you think?
My goal was to play professional basketball. You know, I tried to seize the moment. I took from all my teammates, try to see what they were doing and try to apply it to my game at times, but I was competitive every single day in practice, and I think that's what helped me excel. I mean, if you can get it done on the practice floor, you can get it done in the game situation.
Then you go to the NBA, you get drafted in the first round, you wind up in Seattle, you played a bunch of different places, but everybody knows Dale Ellis now is one of the greatest three-point shooters in NBA history. Why the transition? Here you were playing around the basket a lot. How'd you move outside, and how'd that transition go for you?
You know, I played basketball religiously, and if I was playing a pickup game, you wouldn't catch me posting up unless it was a situation where we needed the basket to win, so we'd stay on the floor. But I love playing on the perimeter. I love the guard play. So and my friends were guards, so we played one-on-one. So we ended up shooting a lot of jump shots, one-on-one moves to the basket. But you know, as a high school player and a college player as well as a professional player, I just did what my coaches asked me to do. You know, I was drafted as a post-up player, and Dick Motta had no clue that I could shoot from the perimeter. And he saw me shooting a few shots just a foot inside the three in a game situation. He said, take a step back. I said, okay.
Your percentage, though, from three-point range is what still is staggering, I think, to most people. I mean, over 40% for your NBA career. That's remarkable in the fact, was it your size, the fact you could shoot over guys, or just the fact that you worked so hard on it?
I worked at it. You know, I wasn't the type of player like a Michael Jordan who's going to put the ball on the floor a few times and try to make a move to the hole. You know, after being in Seattle for a few games and getting into the starting lineup, you know, I turned the ball over a couple of times. Coach called a timeout and says, look, you're here to shoot the ball. You know, once the ball comes to you, we want you to shoot it. These guys are expecting you to shoot. If you choose not to shoot, you can sit down with me. I said, no, okay. No, so, you know, I wasn't trying to put the ball on the floor no more than 1 or 2 dribbles, so I had to work on it. Squaring up to the basket quick, but freeing myself to create space from the defender to get it off.
During your NBA career, you had a chance to come back here and get your degree, work on that, and you got it in 1985. That was a proud moment for you and your family, wasn't it?
It was. You know, getting that degree tells me I can accomplish anything I want to set my mind to, because I didn't care much about school. I regret that. I have 2 kids now with college degrees, one business degree out of Wake Forest and one with her master's from USC in California in film. So I'm proud of that. I try to create a balance with my kids with academics and athletics.
You've always been embraced by the Tennessee family. You're one of the most decorated players in the history of the school, and now they're hanging your jersey up in the rafters. That's got to mean a lot to you.
It does. It does. I don't really know what it's going to mean until I see it up there tomorrow, but I'm excited about it. I got butterflies about it as well.
Does it surprise you, though, now when your name is called out around here, people still get excited and the fact that they really appreciate what you did during the time you were here playing for Tennessee?
It surprises me when someone even recognizes me, period, still to this day, you know. I can have a baseball cap on, sunglasses, and a full beard, and someone say, hey, Dale, and say, oh, man.
Dale, what do you think this means to you, and be up on the rafters with Coach Mears and John Ward and Allen Houston, Ernie and Bernie? I mean, it's a pretty special company you're with.
It is. You know, my name hanging in the rafters with some of the greats that played the game here at the university. And my name is hanging here as long as there's a school here. So, you know, as long as I'm dead, gone, no longer with you, my name's still alive. That's a beautiful thing.
Dale, thanks. Congratulations. Special moment for you, but special moment for all these Tennessee fans. Enjoy the day, and thanks so much for what you've done for Tennessee basketball.
Thank you, Bob.